Shut up, you son of a bitches. This is 2022, November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving. And we're fucking here, motherfuckers. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble,
Gobble,
gobble.
gobble these nuts, bitches.
Hey, turn my TV on, will you?
Oh, yeah, your TV.
Yeah. Welcome, one and all. Day before Thanksgiving. We're ready. We're ready for the bountiful feast.
I just cooked my turkey.
You did?
Yeah, I brined it. I've never brined a turkey before. I brined it for 2 days. We'll see how that works out.
Supposed to keep the juices in.
Yeah, which makes no sense because you're just rubbing salt all over it. And I thought the salt would suck out the juices. But apparently what it does is it does suck out the juices, but when they cook it, they go back in.
Yeah.
Fucking science, man.
Yeah.
Some nerd made that shit up, and now it's delicious.
You're a briner.
Well, Briner. That's what they do. They call me Jason Briner. I'm a Broner's cousin, Briner.
I've never brined a turkey. I
haven't either until yesterday. Or
I'm
2 days ago,
gigantic on the butter with a turkey. I slather the fucker in butter.
You know what's funny is I meant to do that, and I forgot. So we'll see how it turns out. I usually put the butter on, too, right before it goes in, though. The brining goes the night before.
Oh, I inject, too.
Oh, you're an injector?
I'm an injector, too.
Oh.
And at least once every hour and a half, it gets a full fucking shower of butter water on top. I baste the fuck out of the turkey.
Yeah, basting a turkey is one thing. Some people say you shouldn't do that because then you're fucking with the heat. Because now the heat's going in and out, in and out. I don't fucking know, dude. Whatever. I don't even
Turkey
like turkey.
Turns out pretty good.
Turkey's whatever. Is there such thing as good turkey, really? I mean, turkey's turkey. So it's a dry fucking meat. It's only really good when it's first cooked.
Well,
a day later, it's okay. It tastes good, but it's still
good
dry.
When it's swimming in gravy.
Well, okay.
Or
you got to
in
put
mayonnaise.
shitloads of gravy on it.
Yeah.
Or mayonnaise, yes. Or put some cheese and some bread, make a turkey sandwich or something like that. But turkey by itself.
So I drove Nate home this morning.
Whatever.
And he goes, hey, you know something? And I said, what's that? He said, the Pilgrims and the Indians didn't eat turkey, man. Because he don't like turkey.
That's a solid point.
He said they ate deer, bass, and cod. How come we don't eat those?
Let's eat some bass.
I said, you wouldn't eat any of that.
Where the fuck are you getting bass, boy?
Yeah. I said, you wouldn't eat any of that.
Can you even buy bass at the store?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to go to like Jungle Gyms?
Like
the regular store has bass?
Sometimes I would imagine they do. And every fucking pond and lake around here is full of bass.
I know, but I've never bought bass at the store. I've never seen
they're
it.
like striped bass. You can buy sea bass.
I sea bass maybe. I've seen that, but I don't think I've seen like just a regular ass lake bass.
Well, because it's a cheap ass fish. You know what I mean? Now cod is all white. People seem to like it. They fry it up. It's good. But I don't like fish. But I mean, you could buy bass probably.
It's a lot of people don't like fish, and I think most of you guys are just pussies and are like weird about the texture.
No, I'm weird about the tasty smell part. I don't like the smell of fish, and when you eat it, you can smell it.
Yeah.
Kills it for me.
Yeah,
it's not the texture. I don't think it's a texture for the.
I really do think you're
for like lobster and crab.
You're on the spectrum, man.
No, I'm not.
I think you're autistic.
Why? Because I don't like fish.
No, you have weird reasons not to like them. They're not logical reasons, really. They're
I don't like the smell.
Yes,
that's very logical.
Not really.
If I gave you a fucking T-bone steak, but it smelled like human shit, would you eat it?
I don't know about shit, but the shit's fish is its own smell. Fish smells like fish,
right?
So the say shit. You know, something smells like shit, that's different. I don't want something that smells like shit, but something smelling like what it is. Chicken don't smell great. You ever just sat around and smelled a chicken?
Do you eat pussy that smells like fish?
Well, no,
it is what it is.
Because it's pussy. It's not supposed to smell like fish. It's supposed to smell like pussy. All right?
Pussy smells like fish.
No, not all pussy.
Some.
And
those are the ones that I steer clear of.
Exactly. And that's why I also won't eat the steak that smells like shit, because steak's supposed to smell like steak.
Have you ever wondered why, and you got to think scientific like me and Bill Nye.
You're always
me
scientific,
and Bill Nye.
Yeah. Old Chris
That's
Musk
why
over here.
taste has a direct correlation with smell. Mm-hmm. Okay, taste, if you can't smell, your nose is plugged up, you can't taste anything. They want you to smell it. And if it's unpleasant to the smell, it's going to be unpleasant to the taste.
Apparently, the greatest cheeses in the world all smell absolutely awful.
Limburger's
And Limburger's not great, though. Limburger's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, my grandpa used to eat that nonstop.
I can't think of one thing really that I enjoy eating that I don't like the smell of. When you walk into the house when you were a kid and your mom was cooking like fucking roast beef and all, it made the house smell great. You couldn't wait to eat it.
Now, fish is about it for me, now that you say that, but at the same time, fish is delicious. So I'll get past it because I'm an adult.
isn't
on the spectrum and eat
I am not on the spectrum because I don't like fish. I don't like
Now, we had another reason. Remember, we had another reason a while back why I thought you were on the spectrum. I've put you on there twice now. So
I'm not on the spectrum.
It's not a big deal, man. There's a lot of people on it. That's not it, though.
I wonder if Alex is on the spectrum.
Oh, Big Dumb Alex?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's an idiot. Hey, the good thing about Alex is that this lasted long enough where our old logo is now relevant again. For a while there, that logo wasn't relevant. So that worked out well for us. Good old Alex.
I don't know. I just don't like
we had Alex on the show yet.
I don't know.
I mean, we're pretty flexible in what weekday we do this on nowadays, and he's off some weekdays. There's no reason why we haven't had Big Dumb Alex.
He can give us a little...
he can prove that he's not a retard.
And he can give us a whitewater rafting updates.
No, but leave those stories at home, buddy. I don't give a fuck about those. Those are boring as shit. But
Argosy stories.
Alex is funny in conversation.
He is.
He can throw a wisecrack in or
Hell
two.
Yeah, he can. I'm up for having
And he hates a lot of things. Like our friend Matt Hudson now. He hates more and more things. He really hates Elon Musk. And that one makes me laugh.
Hudson?
Yeah.
I hate Elon Musk.
You hate Elon Musk too? I don't think I have an opinion about him.
And
I think he's a dork.
I don't know. All right, you got... Before Bill Gates, everything was Bill Gates, richest guy in the world, blah, blah, blah. Then he got fucking owned and decimated by fucking Bezos. Mm-hmm. Bezos loses half of his money, and he's still the richest guy in the world by like... And now the richest man in the world now is Elon Musk. He sells cars.
Yeah, I don't really understand how Elon Musk has all that money.
I don't either.
I mean, he has other things, too.
I know, but he doesn't have Amazon.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's a lot of it's stock and stuff like that. I don't fucking know, dude.
I mean,
I don't know how the world works.
Come on, I'm a retard. Bezos doesn't have his $200 billion sitting in a fucking bank. It's in stocks and everything.
You're right, though. Bezos makes sense.
Yeah.
Musk, it's like, all right, you sell cars.
You sell cars.
That, I mean, they're not really... You don't see many of them.
No, because
I mean, you're seeing more and more of them these days, but you're not. It's still maybe one out of every like 60 or 80
because
they
don't mass crazy produce them. Normally, if you want one, you got to wait a little while.
Well, and they're not cheap.
Right?
They're expensive cars. Then he does the SpaceX thing, but I don't understand how you make money doing that.
He's paying for that.
That's what I mean. That seems like a loss, but I could be wrong. I mean, I
know he's got investors in that and all that shit, but Bezos. I mean, fucking Bill Gates made sense. Every computer in the world had what he had, you know?
I think Musk has some other shit too, though. I don't think it's just cars. I think that's just his biggest one.
But it's not Amazon or Windows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, even Windows, that time has passed, I would think.
Well, yeah, but the whole point is that it was obvious back then why he was the richest. Because every computer on the planet had Windows on it.
Yeah. And
then since the MacBook really has taken over, partially taken over, I get it. But then Bezos sells everything on the planet to everyone. I promise you, if you go out to any residential street and pull up a chair and sit there for 8 hours, you're going to see his Amazon truck go by at least a couple times every day.
Every day.
On every street.
Sundays. Overnight.
On every street in every town in the country.
I'm getting deliveries at like 4 a.m. sometimes.
I know.
They just pop my garage open. I'll be in here fucking doing drugs, and they look at me funny and drop off a package.
And they say, oh, well, Bezos lost half his money. It doesn't matter. He lost half his money 10 years ago. He's made that back tenfold.
I'm glad that I don't jerk off in this garage. Because those Amazon workers will just open my garage door at 3 in the morning.
Here's what you do.
You
pull up a chair, you sit there with your butt ass naked, jacking off, facing the door, expecting a delivery. When they pop your garage door open and let them catch you, they'll never come in this garage again.
Oh, they will.
No, they won't. No one wants to watch you jack off.
Of course, but you think I have the same, you think John's my local delivery driver that's here every day?
You don't think Bubba's going to tell everybody? Dude, I just went in, this big hairy guy was jacking off. Don't ever go in that.
I don't think they talk to each other. I think it's like Uber drivers and
I think
shit.
You're right.
You don't really see your coworkers. You go, you pick up your truck, or you do whatever you do, and then you leave, and that's about it.
Dad,
hey, what?
I'm hungry.
Cool, man. Eat some food.
Have some turkey.
I don't know what to eat.
Oh, well, go figure it out.
He doesn't know what to eat.
Well,
don't eat fish.
It's complicated, man. Sometimes you never know what to eat.
Yeah, so I don't understand why Elon Musk is the richest guy in the world. I just don't get it. I mean, I guess if I read into it, I'd find out what he invests in. And was he a crypto guy? I
fucking don't know. I think he did some of the crypto stuff, but I don't. Plus, crypto they lose all their money if they kept it in. They're done. You know, a lot of those guys are fucking broke.
Well, but a lot of those guys put the money in, and when it got crazy hot, they risked it and took it out.
The smart ones did.
Yeah.
But not all of them. I
think most of them lost their ass.
Yeah. Man, that's my second snot bubble of the day.
Wow, I saw that.
Did you see that snot
bubble? That
bubble?
one came out, looped around, got the nose, and then went back in.
Oh, shit, that's going to look cool later. I got to figure out a way to make that slower.
That thing had a tail. It came out. You sucked it back up. It flipped the tail, hit the top of the nose, and then back in.
It's a snot bubble day for me. This is not good. This could end up wrong at work.
Enjoy that, viewers.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's going on the Patreon.
You know, I've been doing some show research lately.
No, that's good.
And before we get into this little thing I want to do, I want to pop into the asshole because I need your opinion on something.
All right. I do not have an asshole this week that I know of. It could always pop up, or Chris might. A lot of times what happens is while Chris is explaining his asshole, he becomes my asshole. So we'll see.
All right. Now, normally, to be my asshole of the week, you have to do something pretty, not monumental, I don't want to say, but pretty obviously and apparent that you did it. And normally, you have to do something pretty hardcore to be my asshole. My asshole this week made one sentence, said one statement, and you're my asshole. Last week, we were talking about the my asshole of the millennium, Taylor Swift. Suddenly, now this is not changing my mind. You ain't fooling me, asshole. She's blaming it all on Ticketmaster. Okay, Ticketmaster did this and all that. Well, Ticketmaster can't set your ticket prices. They can elevate their fees. Okay, but the fees were $60, bitch. Your tickets were $400.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my asshole this week. Bruce Springsteen. This dick.
You know what?
This dick comes forward and he says,
saying.
"Hey, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Ticketmaster sucks and they did all this." But then he makes the fucking statement that made him my asshole. Our tickets are affordable. That was his statement. Okay. Let me tell you something, fuckhead. When you're a married couple and you're trying to raise a kid, $150 to $200 base price is not affordable to the average human being. You're worth millions, dickhead. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see a decent show, take your wife out for a night on the town and buy a decent seat, $200 to $400 per seat. That's not affordable, in my opinion. Fuck you, Bruce. You're not the boss to me anymore.
I'm going to go fuck you, Bruce, also, but for maybe a little bit different reason. The article I read that was a little bit more in depth, and they were talking to Bruce, and they asked him about it, and you could tell the guy really has no idea what ticket prices are.
Right.
You know, he doesn't know. He basically said, what we do is we ask our people to do the research to see what everybody else is charging and tell them to charge a little bit less. That's what he said, that his basic principle his whole career was. You know, go see what, I don't know who's comparable to Bruce Springsteen, but go see what they're fucking charging and then just do a little bit less.
Be like a Rolling Stones, Elton John kind of.
Yeah, okay, there you go. And do less than that. Which, fair enough. That sounds nice enough. He's not shorting himself too much, but he's making it a little bit less than everyone else. He said this year, he decided, since they're older, and this might be one of the last tours for the band or whatever, that they're going to try and get what everybody else is getting. So his ticket prices have gone up pretty fucking big this year.
Big.
And he's getting a lot of shit for it. And this is basically what he came out and said. And I do think that still makes him an asshole, because it's like, how about you just give him a big, because Bruce Springsteen ain't missing out on any money.
No, right? and he never
He's
will.
Fine. I am sure, though, that maybe the piano player or the E Street Band themselves, outside of Max Weinberg, who's had a side career as a, whatever he did for years.
He was a studio guy.
Yeah. I am sure that they maybe could use the money. But how about Bruce just gives them a bigger cut of the regular?
Right, out of his,
you know what I mean? Exactly.
Kick, yeah.
It's like, you don't need it that much. Why don't you just give them a bigger cut instead of putting it on the audience that has supported you for fucking 40, 50 years at this point?
And that's what I'm talking about.
And a lot of Bruce Springsteen fans don't have a lot of money. The thing is he does go across so many different classes of people, rich people and poor people like Bruce. But he's marketing out that poor group. He's still going to have enough rich people and upper class people that his tours are going to sell out and shit.
Right.
But he's He's cut off a big portion of his fans.
He has,
including
and
myself. I can't pay for that.
Nobody can. It's not affordable to the working class people.
Working class, no.
Yeah, working class, and that's who he has catered his music to for all these fucking years.
Yeah, especially working class with family.
Right.
You know, I mean,
that's not affordable, Bruce. Even if you say the ticket's only starting at $150. Okay, $150 in the fucking rafter nosebleeds is what the tickets are going to start at. $150, and you want to take your wife. You're going to get a few drinks, whatever. You're spending $500-$600 before the night's over, Bruce. That's not affordable to people with families. No, it isn't.
He's one of those people that he started out very pure, obviously, you know, as basically a rock and roll singer at bars, working his way up. And he, you know, I don't think he ever really did any working class jobs. He was always a musician. But either way, he had grassroots, and when he wrote the albums that everybody loves, he did connect with that crowd. But now you're asking a guy that has been 25, 30 years rich as fuck to try to connect with the everyday person. It's just not there anymore.
Yeah, it's like, I mean? He was on a talk show not long ago, a couple weeks ago. And, you know, every concert, I've seen him 3 times, I think, two times. And he was wearing his fucking jeans and his cut-off flannel shirt. He was a regular guy. He showed up to this fucking interview in like an Armani suit and a really fucking tight haircut. I'm like, you're not Bruce anymore.
He hasn't been Bruce in a long time, and anytime he is Bruce, it's just for show. I still love the music and that he originally. You know, I haven't liked anything he's done in a long time, though. Like any of those guys from the 70s and 60s and even 80s, I haven't liked anything they've done in 15, 20 years.
Right.
But I still believe in that original music, and I think the reason they can't recreate that fucking original music is because they're not that person anymore that made that music.
No.
Now they're just a rich dude.
Yeah, who lives in a fucking mansion
singing about
somewhere.
the docks. You know what I mean? No one gives a shit.
But you know, there are guys who haven't changed, like Mellencamp hasn't not changed.
No, but you still ain't listening to no new Mellencamp songs.
Well, no, he's trying, but the whole point is you don't want new Mellencamp songs. You want the old ones.
You want
the guy from the farm town. You want the guy from the farming town. You know
he's
what I
not
mean?
that guy anymore.
Well, he is kind of. Mellencamp is that guy.
He's still not, dude. He's not living in the farm town. All right, I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm not saying anything about him. But when he wrote those songs, that's what he was literally feeling in his heart.
Yeah.
All right. Now, no matter what, you get $30 million in your bank account. You can't feel that way exactly anymore. You're not going to have the same passion about
Taylor
it.
And Bruce are putting that music every venue now.
Yeah,
20 to 30 million in their bank account.
Yeah, no shit.
And
I don't think his are as high as hers, but they're still high.
But Taylor Swift going on fucking Twitter and saying, I'm so pissed off at what Ticketmaster did to my fans. Fuck you, bitch. You did it. I can eat the $60 fucking fee if I'm not paying $300 or $400 for the base price of the ticket. It's still on you, cunt. And now Bruce, my tickets are affordable. Fuck off, boss. I wouldn't see you if my life was on the line.
I'll give Bruce a little bit more credit because he literally is towards the end of his career and is cashing out. You know what I mean? And I understand. I think he should just give the money to his band instead of putting it on the people.
But he basically told them, I'm going to give you a raise on your back.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why he's still an asshole, but I'll give him more credit than Taylor, who is, not even 30 yet? Maybe 30? Yeah. I don't know how old Taylor Swift is, but either way, she's a very young lady that can tour every year for the next fucking 40 years. These guys can't. So, and she's charging even more. And then blaming other people. At least Bruce took it upon himself to say, hey, I raised the price because we're cashing out, basically. You know what I mean? It's against everything he's ever stood for, but at least he said it out loud. She's going, oh, no, it's Ticketmaster.
His Bruce Springsteen's net worth right now is $650 million.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Bruce is going to be fine. He's like 70-something years old? He's not going to live forever.
Taylor Swift's at 30 years old is $450 million.
Yeah, well, it's getting pretty low then. She better invest.
Yeah, oh no, I better raise the ticket prices. Fuck both of you. I'm telling you. And the last thing I want to hear, if one of these cunts ever says it, well, we wouldn't have to do that if people weren't pirating our downloaded music. Fuck off. You make your money by touring. You always have. Your record sales, now at least now they've tightened it up on the illegal downloads. Now at least you go through Spotify or whatever. You pay something and you get some type of royalties for it. But it's not like it was, but
no, the money's not the same at all.
$450 million. She's 30 years old. And she's going to blame Ticketmaster. And Springsteen, $650 million. Oh, it's my last tour. I better charge more.
It's not his last tour, though. He said, maybe.
But he's in his 70s.
Yeah. You're
never going to spend $650 million, Bruce.
No, I know he has a few children that are going to be very rich.
Cunt. I'm starting to hate
your blue jeans.
I hate the fucking music industry anymore, and these ticket prices are a direct thing on. It's either if you're an up and coming band or even a band that's big but not Springsteen or Taylor Swift. If you're let's say a popular band, the label's going to set some of those prices. I get it. The management company will set some of those prices, and you just have to go along with it.
Not when they're that big.
No, not when they're that big.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And that's my whole point.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but if you want to go to a concert, let's say I go to see fucking Doobie Brothers. They're a fucking power band from the 70s. They've had a million hits like ever. Their ticket prices started at $59.
Doobie Brothers aren't Taylor Swift.
I realize that.
Never were.
But they sell out every place they go.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's Riverbend, not a stadium. But the whole point is, if they wanted to, they could jack them up to 100 and still sell out.
Billy Joel would be more of a comparison to Taylor Swift, actually, and his prices aren't as high.
Billy Joel tickets, I told you, they were $134 on Ticketmaster.
And he's with Stevie Nicks, who's, not a Taylor Swift, but she was a big figure in her age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
in
Billy
the 70s,
Joel
she
is
was a big thing.
Billy Joel is every bit on the level of Bruce and Taylor Swift. So if he said,
for sure.
hey, let's fuck people and jack the prices up, they would.
Pound for pound hits, he might be more.
Right.
Dude, Billy Joel ran the 80s. You know what I mean? Late 70s and 80s were Billy Joel time,
and
right?
the whole point, and
he
his
had a
music
fucking
is
number one hit every year,
fucking,
a couple times a year.
It's timeless music. You still listen to it and go, fuck yeah, it's Billy Joel.
And he still puts on a decent show because he never really had to do much. He's sitting down at a piano.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When I
once in a while,
looked at
he'll stand up.
Ticketmaster and saw those tickets I could have bought for $134. I'm like, well, plus the fees, okay.
Yeah, for sure. And
But he said it at $134, and they were decent seats.
Yeah. And even that, for me, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying that much. But it's more reasonable than the $300 and something and, $1,500 to sit on the floor kind of shit.
Yeah, and if you want to be able to, like when those tickets went on sale, now granted, scalpers bought a shitload of them, but when those tickets went on sale, if you were just a person that happened to get lucky and get into the Ticketmaster thing, and you wanted to actually be close enough to where you could actually see her face, $500-$600. Easy.
That's a stadium.
And that's doing this. I could see her face.
Yeah, that's Paul Brown Stadium. That's 65,000 people.
$500-$600.
I've never seen Joey Burrow's face. I've never seen Carson Palmer's face. And that was football tickets.
And that's what gets me. And Bruce saying, our tickets are affordable. Fuck you, Bruce. They are not.
Yeah,
they are not. You're
I seen him at.
You're fucking greedy.
Yeah, I saw him at a U.S. Bank Arena, maybe 6-7 years ago for like $45 and pretty good seats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So I'm starting to get real sour on the fucking music industry. I really am.
I've been sour on the music industry forever. They don't ever put out anything new I like, and I don't know if that's just me being old or what, but
when you go to a concert like Springsteen, let's say you go to Billy Joel, okay, and he's got a new album out. Yeah, play one or two, but I want to hear Allentown. I want to hear.
Well, that great thing about seeing Billy Joel, he don't put out new albums. Right. Billy Joel stopped making albums a long time ago. People ask him why, and he said, because I'm not that guy anymore.
That's exactly what he said in the interview I saw him on 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy, you got anything new coming out? He goes, no, I'm done. I've put out enough.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not. He doesn't have the passion for writing lyrics and everything else. He put out like a couple just piano albums, and it was like classical piano, but who gives a shit?
Right.
Maybe a piano player does, but as a Billy Joel fan, I'm not buying that. I don't give a fuck how well you play the piano.
Right.
And he's into that. That's his passion. You know what I mean? He don't give a fuck about writing pop songs anymore.
Another thing I love about guys like Billy Joel, his fucking band, you watch a video, you watch a concert of him right now, unless they've died, it's the same fucking band he's had for 30 years.
Yeah, mostly.
That same chick on the fucking percussion, the same guitar player, same bass player, and when his rhythm guitar player got a little bit too old and couldn't keep up anymore, he moved him in the back and he's playing keyboards, but he still keeps him around.
To a certain extent, I read his books. He has a lot of past band members that hate his guts.
Well, yeah, but he didn't think we're up to par. You know what I mean?
It wasn't that.
And
there was a lot of money things that went on. And this was when in his heyday. I'm not talking about the most recent years, because the last 20, 30 years, he has kept the same band.
Yeah.
But in the late 70s and 80s and stuff like that, apparently he was pretty fucking shady to his band members.
Was he?
Yeah. I read a couple books about Billy Joel over the years. He's a weird one, man. He's kind of a weird dude.
His music's awesome.
His music's awesome. And he's one of the ugliest motherfuckers ever.
Especially now, totally bald.
And pulled in top tail his whole life.
Oh, you're Billy Joel, man.
But even before he was Billy Joel,
there's lots of famous ugly people with crazy hot ones.
Well, I think the guy just personally has charisma, and he fucking play a piano, sing a lady a song.
Hey, Eddie Murphy said it on the Delirious thing, man. If you could sing or play an instrument, you're fucking in, dude.
Yeah, he was. Well, you see, I'd like to compare him to like a John Mayer, but Mayer is a good-looking fella, so that's a little bit different.
Until he sings.
Yeah, well, whatever.
pulls the
But
Joe
either
Cocker.
way, he's a good-looking guy, and he's like 6'5". Girls love tall dudes.
And
Billy
he-
Joel's like 5'6".
Yeah.
Looks like a fucking troll.
But when he was younger, he had that crazy Italian hair, and
Yeah,
you know,
but his face was
he
still
was
ugly.
skinny. Yeah, but he was skinny. Now
He was
he's
skinnier. Now he's a
chubby
pudgy
little guy, pudgy guy. But man, his music's fucking
Yeah,
phenomenal.
good for him. Now he'll always be one of my favorites. I
Yeah,
have
me too.
fond memories of getting fucked up in my car at like 16 in the winter with the snow cover in my fucking shitty car, and like 5 of us all getting high and singing Billy Joel at the top of our lungs. That's a
I'd
great
still
time.
have just as much fun doing that now.
I feel weird in the car with 5 dudes smoking
But
weed.
what I'm saying is, I can be at my house and
there's
I want to
girls
hear
there.
some music. I put on some fucking Billy Joel all the time. You know what I mean? Just he's that good.
Yeah, I'll do it solo now.
It's timeless.
Not in a 1988 Horizon.
And he wasn't one of those guys. Like every band I can think of put out a dozen. Every power band or musician that's been there for 40 years, they've put out 5 or 6 tunes that I just fucking hated. I haven't hated a lot of Billy Joel tunes.
I'd really have to go deep into his catalog to find songs I don't like.
Yeah.
You know, there might be songs I don't like more than others. But
Yeah, but not ones you just went, oh,
Yeah.
that's a sellout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, hey, listen.
Yeah.
About a year ago, I was going over. It's so funny that I brought this up because I was coming up with I wanted to find out what the best names were for porn movies.
All right.
And you know how they do like parodies
Yeah, of course.
of movies like Shaving Ryan's Privates and all that? To me, that's legend. You know
No,
what I mean?
those are great names.
But I came up with a whole. I didn't come up with these. I found a bunch of real porn movies that I think are some of these names are. I'll say it, brilliant. Okay, and I don't normally say brilliant involved with people who make porn movies. But tell me which ones of these you like. Okay, and these are all named after either movies or TV shows. I want you to go along with me and tell me which ones you like. I'll just read you a handful. We all like the American Pie movies, right?
Sure.
American Hair Pie.
American Hair Pie.
That's a play on words. But
I know, but I don't even know if I go there in my head. I'd be confused.
that's what I'm saying. These geniuses did.
Yeah.
American Hair Pie.
No, I mean, if I heard the name, I don't know if I would think about a porn right off the bat. A hair pie just doesn't make me think of a pussy.
Oh, that's what the name of it is. Hair, you know.
I understand that's jargon, but it's not for me.
Okay. Beaver and Buttface. Okay, when you think of these two guys going, hey, special guest.
Special guest came back in the studio. What do you need, sir?
Can you make me tea?
Later, after this is done. Thank
How
you.
much more longer?
I don't know. Until infinity. You keep on interrupting, it's going to be longer.
I
What do you think of Beaver and Butthead?
heard it.
You heard it?
Yes.
Is that your favorite?
No.
You don't like it?
No.
What's wrong with it?
It's weird.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so there's literally 100 of these. I'm just reading you off my favorites. Fantastic. Now, this one is obvious,
Coffee.
but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, take Meg Ryan, flying the helicopter. You know, she goes down.
Coffee.
Denzel's in the movie. We all know the movie Black Hawk Down, right? Everyone knows it. But have you ever seen Black Cock Down? It sounds just like it, but I have a feeling it's a different story all in all. Black Cock Down.
I got a feeling there's still going to be a few victims.
There is. Now, some of these are terrible. I'm just reading over some of my favorite ones. Howard Sperm's Private Parties. We've all seen the Howard Stern's Private Parts movies, but Howard Sperm, that's genius. This guy has got to throw ropes in this movie. If you got a name like that, you got to throw ropes. Hey, for the black activist in you, see Malcolm XXX.
Malcolm Triple X.
Malcolm Triple X. One of my favorites. Just going over a couple, then I'll be done. Saturday Night Beaver.
You act like you have people stuck hostage.
Saturday Night Beaver.
Yeah. I don't like that one.
I love that one
That was-
because I love the word beaver.
I get it, but I mean, it doesn't.
I imagine John Travolta coming out in that white suit, doing a bunch of this, doing a bunch of this, and then the camera pans down, some girl sucking his dick.
See, when I think of beaver, like as a term, I don't imagine beavers to be on good-looking women. Like a beaver is a vagina on like a librarian. Like, ew, I saw her beaver. You know, something like that. It's not like a good beaver. You're never like, man, I got some beaver last night. It was so good.
Well, when I hear the term beaver, I automatically assume it's going to have a nice pelt of hair on it. You know what I'm saying? Back in the like 50s and 60s, there was a Western movie called Annie, Get Your Gun. And they turned it into being very politically correct with tranny, get your gun. Okay. Now, for any of you that are into transsexual porn, tranny, get your gun might be something for you to look at. This is probably my favorite. It's the tale of a woodsman who lives with his friends, and he robs from the rich and gives to the poor. Okay, we've all heard the story, except this guy happens to have about a 12-inch hammer that's fucking veiny and big, and his name is Throbbing Hood.
Throbbing Hood.
Last one. This is probably my favorite. This is a story of a group.
The last one was your favorite.
No, this is probably my favorite. This is the story of about 6 or 7 friends from a small town that grow up together, and they're all buddies, and you know, blah blah blah. Well, it turns out that the main one in this story happens to be gay, and when all his friends find out he's gay, they fuck him in the ass, and that's that legendary tale, Dawson's Crack. I could make a living making movie titles like this.
I could see. I just imagine you in the old timey days where you had to go to the video store to get nudie videos and stuff. I went
to the back room.
I could just see you walking the aisles giggling, just picking up titles by yourself. I would have loved to see the camera of you walking by yourself in the back room, just fucking giggling at the porn titles.
That's the stuff I laugh at.
I know. I'm well aware.
My sense of humor is fucking out there. The more shocked, the better. But if somebody calls me and say, "Hey, what are you doing, Chris?" I'm watching Dawson's Crack. I wouldn't be because it's gay porn.
Yeah.
But that's genius.
Hey, have you ever accidentally jerked off to tranny porn?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. You know, because like sometimes you'll be on those porn sites and you'll hold the mouse over it and it'll start the video and you might see some scenes and you're like, "Ooh, that looks good." And I could see being tricked. You know what I mean? Just not seeing it and then turning it on.
Because some trans people look incredible.
I mean, especially if they don't put it in the title. Now, most of the time they're going to put it in the title because people are looking for that, so they want to put it in the title. But if
I could probably jerk off to tranny porn if it was a trans giving it to a girl, because it's just like regular porn.
I don't think I could still. I don't know why, but I don't think I could. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'll give it a whirl.
You know, if it was
maybe I'll watch one.
A trans female with a woman.
Yeah,
it's the same kind of porn I normally watch. You know, a little dick sucking,
true, but
little beaver eating.
There's
and
some.
then some
You're right.
sex.
You're right. How about post-op though?
That I've never seen. It wouldn't be post-op female to male because the dick looks deformed and doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, they can work. They can put a pump in there. But for the most part, it doesn't look like a dick. I need my dick to look like a dick. I need to see the head. And you know what? I really need to see the fucking. Mm-hmm. So no, I couldn't watch that. But I bet you there's post-op porn out there.
Yeah. Oh, I betcha. Come on, there's everything porn. That's definitely a thing. I've just never watched it.
I don't know if that'd be my thing.
Well, I know it wouldn't be my thing, but I'm wondering if it could still, as you say, get the cookie once. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that this is going to be a repeat visit, but could this, if that's all I had in the moment, could this do it for me? Or would I rather just use my mind and move on with life?
It could probably do it for me if it was like a trans female with a woman. I could probably get that done. I can get that job done. But I have looked at it before and see if it does it for me, and it doesn't. Like, there was this couple that the woman walks in and this chick's blowing her husband and she catches him. "God damn it, you're cheating on me, blah, blah, blah." And then...
just to see if it does it for you. Did you ever like make out with a dude just to see if it does it for you?
No, but what I'm saying is, when I turned this thing on, I didn't know that it was trans porn. It was a thumbnail.
Oh, okay. So you almost got tricked like I was originally talking about. And this girl's sucking
this guy's dick, and then, oh, wait. And she goes, "Well, wait a second. This is kind of hot. I always wanted another woman in there." And then the girl stands up and goes, "Well, I do," and pulls up her skirt, and a fucking 9-inch pole pops out of there. Mm-hmm. And then I was sitting there going, "I'm not sure that's me." And then the husband starts sucking on it. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm instantly out.
Comedian Greg Fitzsimmons told a story that I love where he wanted to find out if he was gay or not. And there was like apparently some kind of forest in Boston where gay guys go and suck each other's dick and shit. And he went.
There's a forest like that in every town.
Yeah, he said that. But he was talking about this particular one. I think it's like behind Fenway, actually.
Really?
Anyways, he said he went in there and he was all drunk. And he stammered in there to see if he was going to do it. And some guy popped out from behind a tree and just pulled his dick out. Like, suck me, And he said he went over there and he went to do it. And when he was face to face with the dick, he got grossed out and pushed the guy away and ran. If that's how he found out he definitely wasn't gay.
Well, what if the guy would have dropped down to his knees and tried to suck his? I bet you he'd have let him.
But it might have been a little bit different experience, but this was just a story that he told, and it fucking cracks me. For one thing, I just couldn't imagine, like, wondering if you're gay. Like, what do you mean wondering?
Yeah, I don't wonder
like,
that.
I feel like that's just a thing you are or you aren't. I didn't think that was like a wonder if I am kind of thing.
Well, I had a friend that
Maybe wonder about telling people. I get that part if you want to be in the closet, whatever, but actually knowing it should be pretty... To me, it seems like it would be very evident. I don't know, though.
I got a friend, Craig, from home. This guy's fucked up in his thinking. He watches nothing but lesbian porn.
Yeah.
It's his thing. I get it.
Yeah,
Whatever your
we've talked
thing
about
is.
that. It's usually teenagers things.
I'm like, how come you don't watch regular porn? He goes, I don't want to see no dicks. I'm like, that's porn.
Yeah.
I want to see a dick in my porn.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that many a times.
Yeah.
But it's weird to...
He only watches dyke porn.
Yeah, that's what...
Lesbian porn.
Ah, you horrible person. You.
I didn't mean that.
Yeah, you did. I heard you.
I didn't mean it, though.
I got it on tape, dude. You're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Hey, we got an email this week, unless you got some more dirty titles.
No, but I do like those. And I'm going to constantly be on the lookout for new ones. Because there's new movies that come out all the time.
Throbbing Hood. I feel like I've heard of Throbbing Hood.
Throbbing Hood? I mean, that's fucking good. Because when he pulls it out, the thing's going...
I don't want to think about this dude's dick. Anyways. Email. It's the motherfucking emails. All right, our boy Harry Guy wrote in this week. Hey, testy tasters. I don't know. He spelled testy, T-E-S-T-Y. Is that how you would spell testy if you're talking about testicles?
T-E-S-T-E.
You fucking moron. You can't hit us up with an insult right away and spell it wrong.
And if you really want to get biological about it, the testes would have no taste whatsoever.
You don't think so?
Lick your hand. Do you taste anything? It's skin.
It's my hand. I feel like if I lick someone else's hand, they have more of a taste.
I don't think it would have any taste. I think it's skin.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
Yeah, so testes would have no taste, and especially they're not spelled with a Y.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead, you illiterate fuck.
Idiot. Anyways, I've got something to say to that bitch Vernon Schillinger. You think I'm scared of you because you wear some tightly fitted black shirt? You're a pussy that doesn't like football. Don't come around my parts talking shit about me and gets dicks 24/7. Gets dick 24/7. I guess he's talking about get pussy. He's calling him get dick. All right, man. I get it. But he's sticking up for get pussy at the same time.
Yeah, and he's kind of having our back here, too, because Vern rips us.
And he said, you won't even show up. If you're so big and brave, why don't you join the podcast as a special guest next week? Also, you look like that softy in Whiplash that that thought he could terrorize people by throwing chairs at them. Weird, eh? All right. So, yeah, Vern Schillinger does look like a lot like that dude in Whiplash, which is weird.
It's the same guy. J.K. Simmons was Vern Schillinger.
Man, breaking kayfabe right there, huh? I mean, we're going full fake it out, and you're just going to, like, look at me like an idiot and think that I actually don't know that. Jesus.
He looks like the dad on Juno. He looks like the guy who sells me insurance. He's one of my
favorite actors, by the way.
I love him.
Yeah, he's a great actor. All right. But anyways, yeah, Vern Schillinger, you have a lot of opinions, but you don't show up, obviously. But then again, I don't think the guy from Oz is going to show up. So I don't know what he expects exactly.
Right.
But maybe he'll send us some more emails and shit on Harry Guy. I've been watching these cave dwellers go through... Wait, what's this? Okay. I've been watching these cave dwellers go through tight shit here recently. If you were in athletic prime of your life, what would be your price to go through the tightest cave that you could possibly fit through? All right. First off, why is Harry Guy sitting around watching dudes go through tight caves?
I don't know.
That's fucking weird.
You know, they have one of those at the Red River Gorge.
It's not that tight. I can fit through it.
The Fat Man, what do they call it?
It's like Fat Man Squeeze or some shit like that. But either way, I can fit through it. So it's not that Fat Man Squeeze.
Harry Guy, to answer your question, if you're talking to us, is he talking to us?
He's talking to us.
if I was in the athletic prime of my life.
Can I be in the athletic prime of someone else's life?
Yeah.
Because I've never been in prime athletic shape, so I need to realize somebody else to even get this in my head.
I am not, I don't think medically what you would call claustrophobic, but I don't like tight spaces. I don't think I would do it for a little bit of money. I'd need a lot of money.
I am probably medically claustrophobic if you really broke it down and I talked
I
to
don't
someone
like
that told me that
tight
kind of
spots
stuff.
like
It bothers me. Like I can't sit in the backseat of cars, not be able to stretch my legs. I'll have a fucking full-on panic attack like a weirdo. So that would not be my thing. Caves are not my thing in general. So it would cost a lot of money. He's saying name our price, though. So to go through the tightest cave I possibly could go through, $10,000.
Well, now it all depends for me. If there was like a crew outside that would pull me out instantly if I got stuck.
I need that. I don't need to. I'm not just hanging out with.
If it's just me going through a cave, I mean, I'd need $100,000 because if I got stuck in there, I could die.
Yes, you're right.
And I'd need $100,000 because I don't like. Some tight spaces don't bother me, but ones where there actually could result in me dying or getting stuck, I would freak out about that.
I feel like there's some kind of parallel going on with old hairy guy, dart thrower, possibly gay, watching men go through tight spots. I feel like there's just some kind of queerness to that. I don't know what it is. Especially to be really into it recently. How do you even get really into that?
I'm going to say that I think hairy guy is probably asexual. I think if he was with some girl and she goes, hey, how about letting my male roommate come in and blow you? I think hairy guy's down for that. I'm not ragging you for it. I'm not judging you. But see, guys like hairy guy. Now, I like hairy guy.
Yeah.
He's a friend. I like him. I rag on him a lot, but I like him.
That's our job.
I think he's one of those guys that you would find if you really checked into his search history, you'd go, holy fuck. I think he looks at some twisted fucking shit.
Yeah, I'd really love to just see everyone's search history of people I know.
Yeah.
I could judge them so much
better. But I think
if
hairy
could
guy would be like, girl takes horse and ass, stuff like that. I really think he'd, guy fucking gets testicle cut off while getting fucked or something like that. I think he looks into some dark, hairy, weird shit.
That is some weird shit. I asked it last year, got to do the same. Mid-season vote. Who do you go with to win the Super Bowl? I have San Francisco and Kansas City playing in the Super Bowl, and I think Kansas City wins it again this year.
I agree 100%. I'm not 100% sold on San Fran.
Yeah.
I think Kansas City wins the Super Bowl for sure. I think overall, some teams have really done shit that I didn't think they would do this year, and some teams have underperformed way what I thought they would do this year. Kansas City's always rock solid, and even though they changed people out.
They've overperformed this year to me, though.
They have. But look what they did. Everyone said, oh, shit, you lost Tyreek Hill. You're fucked. They're not fucked.
No.
They still find a way to win. As long, and I hate
Kelsey
to say it,
stepped up.
And as long as you got fucking Patrick Mahomes, you are always in this fucking thing.
I think
the guy's built differently.
As well as the coach.
Yeah, Andy Reid.
I think Andy Reid is huge on that. I mean, I think the combination of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid make that team special.
I agree.
And I don't think they're going to win every year. You know what I mean? I don't think they're going to put up New England numbers even. But I think they're going to win a decent amount of Super Bowls while that ring goes on.
I do too.
And I feel like this year is just one of them. Yeah. They've already got one, right? So they go out and get another Super Bowl. I can see that happening. San Francisco, they're just so good right now. Their defense is great. Their offense is playing great. I just can't see Jimmy G winning the Super Bowl. I just can't. And I know he's in the perfect offense for what he does. Shanahan's a genius. He set up a great offense for what he has to work with. And, they put up points, but just in the end, I just can't see Jimmy G beating Mahomes under the bright lights.
Well, I don't think we're having this conversation if Jimmy G's playing for a decent AFC team. NFC sucks.
Well, there's just the people around Jimmy G. If he had that same supporting cast in the AFC, they'd be just as fucking good.
But there's been a lot of shitty quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls because of everyone who was standing around him.
And you're 100% right.
And Jimmy G's not doing things wrong right now.
No.
He's just there.
Yeah, he could be,
put the ball in Debo's hands and let him go wherever he wants to with it.
Yeah, he could be this generation's Trent Dilfer. That won a Super Bowl down in where'd he win it? He won it at Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Was it Tampa Bay? There was another one that, or no, who was the one that won it for Baltimore before Flacco? There was another shit
That was
quarterback.
Dilfer.
Okay, that was Dilfer.
That was Dilfer.
Well, then the one in Tampa Bay also was a shit quarterback that won. I don't even remember
Yeah,
who the fuck it
Dilfer
was.
was in Baltimore first.
Yeah, so there you go. A bad quarterback. And not that Grapple or Jimmy G is not bad.
No.
He's not a bad quarterback. I just don't
You
see
just
him
don't
win a
put him
Super
in the
Bowl.
elite thing.
No.
And it's like every time I watch fucking Mahomes, he's one of those guys, and I know they're going to say, oh, there's a lot of those guys in the league, and there are, but he just wants to win more. He just wants to fucking win more, and he's got the tools and the fucking ability to do it. Every time I watch him play, I'm just kind of shocked because I see him finding guys open that I didn't even see watching the whole fucking field.
He's a weird one to watch play too because he'll throw some ducks also.
He will.
And that's we get to watch Joey Burrow in Cincinnati, and the thing about Burrow is his throws are always pretty fucking consistent.
Yeah.
Where Mahomes will throw these throws that don't look like they should be catchable even sometimes, and but they're still in the right spot and everything else. And sometimes they'll make throws that make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
But then when he's on, there isn't anyone better.
No.
So, and especially anyone that can do as much as he can do.
To me, he's a smart Lamar. Lamar Jackson is crazy when you watch him carry the ball. When he run with the ball, you're like, how the fuck did he get out of that? Oh my God, he's crazy. But he doesn't really think about what he's doing. He just lets his athletic ability do it. Mahomes does it with a little bit of thought process in mind. I think KC's almost impossible to beat. Now, if you'd asked me 6 weeks ago, I'd have said, I think Buffalo's going to win it all. Mm-hmm. They've really let a lot of people down in the last month and a half.
I still don't think Buffalo's there.
Josh Allen, it proved that he's can have bad weeks. He's had 3 or 4 in a row now. Mm-hmm. So that takes him out of it. Then I keep going back to Mahomes. I don't see him losing.
Yeah, I don't either. I could see some other teams in the NFC beating San Francisco. Maybe Philly could do it on a certain day. Dallas could do it on a certain day.
But the difference is, I don't think Jimmy
G
G is there. I honestly think, for some reason, I don't know how they're going to manage to do it, but I still think Minnesota's got a shot to get there.
I don't see an NFC quarterback that's there yet. As far as the top runners, I don't think Dak is ever going to be there. I don't think Jimmy G's ever going to be there. I think Jalen Hurts has the possibility to be there, but I think it's going to be another year down the line. I think the Eagles are the future of the NFC right now, I believe. But I still think it's not this year.
No, because I don't think you're ever going to look at a team and say, yeah, Miles Sanders is my guy to take me to the fucking Super Bowl. That's just not the case. And Jalen Hurts is still 2 or 3 years away. I agree. He's
getting better. He's getting
better all the time.
Much better. I mean, he's going to be one of the best in the league.
But, I mean, still, technically, mathematically, Brady's still got a shot to turn his team around and get them there.
I don't think that team's making it, man.
I don't either.
I think they're too old.
But if they're going
not
to, if I'm
motivated.
going to count on anybody in the NFC, I'm going to count on Brady before these other stiffs.
Yeah, I think I think with Brady, you got a guy that's just so fucking motivated to win and win and win and win. And he was with a coach in New England that was also super motivated to win and win, so they could work together and keep on being consistently good. I think Tampa Bay got that Super Bowl win, and we're like, we're fucking good. Let's party. Let's get out. You know what I mean? And the rest of the team just doesn't seem to be in it like they were that one year.
They aren't. And, well, I mean, it is. It's a different dynamic without Gronk there. Even if he's not catching the passes, you always knew Gronk was there.
Yeah.
You always had to look out for him. I think it's a little bit. The thing that sucks about it for me is Tampa Bay. Yeah, they don't have their heads in the game and all that. But Todd Bowles, I think, could end up being one of the best coaches in the fucking NFL. This guy's a genius. He really is.
I don't see it.
I do.
Well, how? I mean, they had a different coach that did great with the same lineup, and now all of a sudden they're not good.
I don't see him. I haven't seen it, but what I'm saying is when he was a coordinator, I saw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what has changed since he's become the head coach? Did he just become the head coach and basically as a figurehead and say, okay, Brady's going to just run the whole
I don't
offense?
know. I mean, some people are great coordinators, though, and never make it as a head coach. So, I mean, there is that.
Yeah, there is
Look at
that.
McDaniels out there in Denver now or wherever the fuck he is. He's sucking dicks. Or Vegas. He's in Vegas. Yeah, just out there sucking dicks. He did great in New England for years and years, but every time he branches out, sucks dicks.
Well, Bowles doesn't. The thing about it was when Bowles was a coordinator, he was fucking crazy active, and now you watch him on the sidelines. It just doesn't seem like he's really doing much or into much. He's not like these other coaches you see that are running up and down the field and fucking surveying everything. He's just got his headset on. He's just talking. I think he's a smart guy. But after this season, I guarantee you, my guess is that Eric Bieniemy finds a head coaching job somewhere.
Maybe. I don't know. I got a feeling that guy's the worst fucking interviewer ever.
Bieniemy?
Or Andy Reid is doing so much that when they get Bieniemy alone and they ask him start asking him questions, he just doesn't have the answers, and they go, and then it clicks in their head like, oh, this is Andy Reid that's calling all these plays and doing all this. This guy's just here, you know, making sure everybody's lined up in the right position or something. So I don't know. There has to be something, right? I mean, he's led. He's been the offensive coordinator.
He interviewed here.
Offensive coordinator for years over a great offense and can't get a job.
Right.
It don't make
he
any
interviewed
fucking
here.
sense.
He did interview with the Bengals.
He did.
And I thought he was the front runner for a while.
He was. It was down to him and Zach Taylor.
And the last thing about sports here, what do you think about the Colts? I think they fucked up giving Jeff Saturday that job.
You know what's funny is I was going to interrupt you and go the exact opposite when we were talking about coaches and go, I want them all to do this from now on. I want them just to pick one of their best players from 10 years ago and go, fuck all you nerds out there that had to carry around people's playbook and never played football, but now you're a football coach. And get these guys, especially Jeff fucking Saturday.
He never coached anywhere, though.
Who cares? He coached an offense basically for years. That's what the center does. Yeah. And he worked under Peyton Manning, one of the greatest football minds ever. These two work together.
The only difference
I don't know, man. And apparently everybody loves him. The dude's like a leader
everybody
of
loves
men.
him. He's a leader of men, and I like the guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not pissed off that they gave him the job, but what I'm thinking is that
he didn't interview for it.
I think the Colts gave him the job because their season's in the toilet.
Yes.
And they're just like, well, we got nothing to lose here.
Yes.
But I think if they would have said, hey, okay, Jeff Saturday's got a great football mind, let's make him a fucking O-line coach at least for a year and then try to work him up the ranks. Right now you're setting him up to fail. If his team sucks, which they do, everybody might say, hey, he didn't do shit with that team.
No, but he's smart. He knows, for one thing, they've played much better since he took over.
Without a doubt.
They've played much better. They've went back to the run game, which is what they've always should have fucking been. They had Jonathan Taylor, and they're not running the ball. They ran the least amount than anyone without... It makes no fucking sense the way they were playing this year. All right, they got a line that was built to run the ball, and they're using them for pass protection the whole time. And they were shit in the bed because that line wasn't built to pass protect.
Yeah.
They were built to run it down your fucking throat, you know?
Yeah, I like Jeff Saturday. I mean, I'm happy for him that he got the job. I think it sets him up to...
I love it, dude. I hope Harbaugh gets canned and they hire Ray Lewis automatically as the coach. I hope... I love it. I like the ex-player. I'd love that
because, I hate the name Harbaugh and anybody that has it.
Most of my favorite coaches are ex-players. I just love the attitude. Vrabel in Tennessee, I fucking love him.
Well, almost every coach is an ex-player.
No, I mean, like, Vrabel didn't spend much time in the coaching ranks, all right? He went from a Super Bowl winner to, moving up to a head coach pretty fucking quick.
Well, I mean,
I like the ones that get it while they're still young and viable, like where they look like they could still beat up the guys.
Like Frank Reich.
Yeah, Frank Reich didn't work out, but yeah. He didn't do it that long either.
No, but...
he was a quarterback, though. Those guys know their shit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. A center, yeah, he knows what's going on in that offense. He's the fucking... the backbone of that offense.
Especially with that center. I think Irsay just thought, fuck it. Jeff Saturday's a smart guy. He know what he accepted. He knows it. He knows
but what I'm saying is there's things to coaching that you have to know through experience.
Like what?
Like everything.
I don't know. You get experience. That's like anything. I think right now I can move up to your job and figure it out within a week. Exactly. So it's the same thing with them, but they got even more experience because someone like Jeff Saturday spent literally 40 years playing football, or not 40 years, but 30 years probably playing football.
Yeah.
So he was under watching coaches for 30 years, watching different coaches do different things, bad or good. There's not much you can teach these guys at a certain point.
And the thing about it is, you're 100% right that every person on that team loves the guy and will do anything for him.
And they treat these coaches that go through the ranks like bitches. You're expecting Jeff Saturday, who's a fucking man and ran shit for years and years and years, to come in and get the coffee for the head coach and shit like that. That's what those assistants are basically doing. They're bitches. They want them to start at that low level and work their way up. I don't think people like Jeff Saturday should have to fucking do that. Now, it's weird to bring him directly in as a head coach. I'm not saying it's not. But like you said, it's fuck it this year. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
If he comes out even goes half and half and the team falls in love with him, we keep him. You know what I mean? If not, we knew the situation. We gave our guy a chance. Him and Irsay are friends. Jeff Saturday can use that experience and move on with his life and maybe work his way up the ranks.
Right, you're right.
So I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, it'd be different if they were in the hunt, something like that.
Well, like I said, I'm not mad about it or upset about it. I just think it sets him up to fail.
Yeah, it does, but he knows that. He's a smart dude. He knows the situation that he's in.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of guys have went head coach and then ended up back as a coordinator. Because they just, all right, I'm better as a coordinator than I was at a fucking...
Well, he's never even tried to do the coordinator thing.
Right.
So, and that's a good thing. At least he didn't come in and go, I'm calling plays too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the offensive coordinator hired, I think, is only like a 30-year-old dude. Very young guy. Yeah. Who knows? Hey, you know what I like? I liked it. Vernon Schillinger's name got brought up. He bitched us about playing sports. His name got brought up, and then we followed it with a 10-minute sports section.
Well, thank Harry Guy for
Go
that.
fuck yourself, Vernon, and thank you, Harry Guy, for bringing that up. Anyone else that wants to email us and make the direction of our show go a certain way that day, shutupcincinnati@gmail.com is the way to reach us. We notice our numbers have been going up a little bit recently, but our write-ins haven't. So come on, write in, have fun, let's go. Use a fake name if you have to, but either way, write in shutupcincinnati@gmail.com or hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that bullshit. We got it all. Come see us.
Yeah, and if you don't want us to use your name, we won't. But I have no fucking idea why you wouldn't want us to.
Yeah. No,
It's not like you're the one with vibrating anal beads
a
shoved
lot of
up your
times,
butt.
if they don't tell me one way or another the username or not, I still won't use their name just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we had a friend that wrote in that wanted to be on the show recently, and we've talked about it, but I'm not going to bring it up. Hey, you know what I noticed yesterday?
What's that?
Reggie comes on the show every once in a while.
Yeah.
When he's walking down the hallway and he's just wearing his wife beater, from behind he looks like a giant lesbian.
Reggie?
Yeah.
I don't see woman there.
Oh, he has some childbearing hips. He had some back fat going. I seen him walking down the hallway the other day. He looked like a giant lesbian. That's all I'm saying.
Reggie, are you a lesbian?
I think he eats the puss.
I gave Reggie a boner pill here recently.
I'm glad you put pill at the end of that.
Yeah. I gave him a boner pill. He's single again. He's trying to establish.
He's single again, but I think he hopped right back into a relationship.
Yeah, but I think he's trying to, hey, I'm going to be a man and fucking try to really prove my worth to these women, blah, blah, blah. I gave him a boner pill. I said, how'd it work? He says, I broke it in half. I said, how hard were you? And he said, like this, man. So
he enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, he enjoyed it.
He had a great time with his boner pill.
And who wouldn't?
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah, he's a big dude, though. I'd be scared the bigger you get, the less boner pills you probably should take because your heart might explode.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean? That's why
I'm afraid of him. Like, I don't need anything that makes my heart rate go up. Like, I'm good.
Well, put it this way. I get 7 boner pills a month, okay? I've got like 51 at the house. Yeah. I don't take them very often.
No, obviously not.
It's on a repeat automatic refill, so I just get it. Then I just dump them in the other bottle.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if anything else,
one day I might truly need them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One day I might have a trouble getting a boner.
Or save all of them up and then one year hand them out for Halloween.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, little kids walking around
or
with better
Christmas
pills.
To my buddies. As you age, you might have a little erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, but I'll be even more afraid of my heart, so I'll be fine,
It's not like one boner pill is going to give you a heart attack.
I don't know, dude. I won't even drink a Red Bull. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that nervous about shit like that. Meanwhile, I will drink 40 ounces of coffee a day.
Which is worse than a Red Bull.
Probably, but I fucking love it. That's my drug of choice.
I love coffee in the winter. I don't like it in the summer.
I'll drink it at fucking 90 degrees outside. I'll pound some coffee.
No, I don't want hot and hot.
I don't mind.
I do.
Because you have autism. You have these weird connections with things that aren't rational.
That is irrational.
That's kind of rational. I'll give you that. You're not drinking hot in the hot. Not many people are out there like eating soup in the summer either.
Right.
But I will if I'm inside. There's air conditioning.
Are you going to let's say you're at the zoo with the kids. You're taking them to the Festival Lights and you are butt-ass fucking cold. You're shivering your balls off.
Yeah.
Guy wheels by with a little fucking cart. Who wants a snow cone? Are you buying one? Fuck no, you're not. You're freezing your balls off. You're buying the hot chocolate.
But that's a bad comparison because I'll never eat a snow cone. All right? Like, there's never going to be a time where I'm going to be like, I want a snow cone.
Well, no, but
I'm not for.
What if your kid said, I want a snow cone? You going to get them one in the winter?
Yeah, if they ask for it. Why would I fucking care? They want it, not me.
That's poor parenting.
You think so? Are they going to get a cold from eating a snow cone? I don't think so, dude. I'll leave it up to them. I don't give a shit.
You leave a lot up to your kids.
Isn't that the way it's supposed to be?
Some things, yeah.
I mean, believe me, if it was up to my wife, it'd be even more left up to the kids. But, I leave a decent amount up to them.
Well, I'm all for letting your kids make decisions. But, like, I think if you would you actually, I know Carmen put the kibosh on it, but would you be okay with your son using the N-word on a regular basis if he said, I want to?
No, it would make me awkward, dude. I'm white. I don't need that word around me either,
right.
Especially from an offspring. Especially if, like, me and him are at McDonald's and he throws that out or something. Like I said, he's too light-skinned for one thing. He could be not black. If you know what I mean? He could be something else. Either way, no, I'm not cool with that one.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that one.
I'm not cool with the cussing, honestly. It bothers me in general. You're too fucking young.
Yeah, I'm there with you. But in the past, I think it hasn't bothered you. When you said, Dad, I could smell your stinky balls, you laughed your balls off.
Because that's funny, and there's no cuss words there.
No, that's true. Is that what he said? I could smell your stinky balls?
I think so, something like that. Or no, I think no, he said, I see your big balls.
Oh, your big hairy balls.
Big hairy balls, yeah, that's what it was.
I bet your balls are very hairy.
Not really. I'm not a hairy person. And my hair is light to begin with. It's the darkest my hair gets is on my head. Like everywhere else is pretty much like I'm a blonde person or something. It's really light. Same thing down there, really light. So no, I'm not.
So
it's not bad.
What are your plans for Thanksgiving?
I am going over to my sister's house for like an hour. That's about it.
Then you're going to come home and watch football.
No, I'm going to work.
Yeah, I got to work too.
You got to work on Thanksgiving?
I was off yesterday. I switched with our pal Krishna so that I could pick Emmett up from school.
Krishna was very excited yesterday.
Yeah, I drove all the way to
he was very upset, actually.
Upset last night?
Well, usually on a Tuesday, we have a decent amount of extras. This is inside baseball talk, so most of you don't give a fuck. But that means that you can leave work early. On Tuesdays, it's almost guaranteed you're going to get out by 10 if you sign. Last night, not so much. No one got out. So Krishna came in thinking he was getting out, and he didn't get out. So he was upset.
He was on the Friday side.
Whatever. Well, then he might have got out a little early, but he didn't get a power year. That's for sure. Yeah. I seen him come over and look at the list and get all angry. And no one gives a fuck about this outside of people we work with.
No,
so let's
but
move on.
It's still funny. We laugh about it. But yeah, so I'll be working tomorrow. I do my Thanksgiving with the kids on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have to be off tomorrow. And I did need to drive all the way up. So get this bullshit. I think I've picked my kid up from college 8-9 times.
Mm-hmm.
On the way there, there's never a delay in anything. On the way back, I get stuck in something fucked up every time I go. Traffic jam, construction, fucking accidents. Yesterday, we get about 40 miles north of Kings Island, and I'm looking at the fucking at the GPS, and all of a sudden it's just pure red for as far as you can fucking see. There was 4 accidents on 71.
That drives me crazy.
All separate, about a mile apart. Fucking hour and a half I sat in that.
There was no turn-off place you could have went?
There was one, but by the time they told me, hey, get off on the Middletown exit, I had just passed it. So there's no.
Oh, man.
It sucked dick.
Yeah, I might go to that center thing and turn around real quick and try to go back to that exit. I don't know. I hate, if there's any way out, I try to take it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I can't stand sitting there. I don't even care if it takes the same amount of time. And it's stupid because it costs you gas by doing it that way, but I'd rather drive more miles than sit in standstill traffic. I can't stand fucking sitting in standstill traffic.
Hey, next week on our, are we going to have Kyle Jones on the show?
If he wants to come on the show, he can come on the show. I don't give a shit.
I think he does. Wants to talk about...
Hey, no, Kyle. I know you're Mr. Professional. You're going to have a fucking wall full of tits and ass right behind you the whole time. So
and only one...
know that that's going on, buddy, if you come in.
Right. And one rule, one time are you allowed to use the term Chiefs Kingdom. You can talk about the Chiefs all you want, and we're going to talk about football because you know a lot about the game. But Chiefs Kingdom, every time I hear that, it makes my fucking butt itch.
See, it doesn't bother me as much as when he says... are you not entertained or whatever? Because I think they do that also there. Yeah. You stole that from 300. So it's not a... Shut up. That's not a Kansas City thing.
Just like the fucking Saints stole Who Dat from Who Day. I believe they did.
I don't give a fuck if they did or not. I'm just saying the are you not... That definitely is stolen.
Yeah.
So, nah.
And Chiefs Kingdom, you can say it once.
Yeah.
But let's not say it every time. And just because him and I were sitting here buttering up Chiefs saying they're going to win it all, we need to talk about other teams too, not just the Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, and believe me, we're going to shit on the Chiefs while you're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Mahomes all of a sudden is going down to like a number 6 quarterback.
And we're going to talk about his big flabby butt that we all see every time he runs. He's got a big wide chick butt.
Oh, Mahomes does?
Yeah. Mahomes has a girl butt.
I mean, as we were saying on the spectrum earlier, I honestly think Mahomes is on the spectrum. I think that's the reason why he can put up with that crazy bitch that he's with and that goofy brother of his.
And when I got a question.
I think he just... blacks it all out. I think that guy is just 100% on task. You know,
when I hear Mahomes do an interview, and I really have become a real pretty good sized Mahomes fan, even though I wasn't before.
He's a great fucking ball player, and he seems to be.
I still hate him for stealing all the commercial money.
And still, with all things being said, he seems like a decent dude.
Right, that's
you know
what I'm
mean?
talking about.
At least means no harm.
I ragged on him for doing every commercial for every fucking company there is, and I'll still rag on him for that. But it's like when you hear him interview, he hasn't changed.
No,
he's still the same guy. He hasn't become this fucking half a billionaire, so I'm going to start using giant words and start covering my ass on shit. he plays bad. He'll say, "Fuck, I played bad." I didn't see that
because he has autism. I mean, he doesn't.
He's a normal dude. But as a football player, I'm really becoming a Mahomes fan because he's just different. And I hate to use that term that Brandon uses, but he does. He's built different. Yeah, he's just he's the kind of player that is gonna win you a lot of fucking games. Mm-hmm. And I like to watch him play. Love it. So Mahomes, you're okay with me, buddy?
Yeah, but Kyle Jones, no kingdom. No kingdom talk.
One kingdom.
One kingdom, that's it.
Yeah. Hey, how deep are we in this?
I don't know. I got a bug in my eye or something. So, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I do have a name your price.
Well, let's get it. I'll fuck with my eye. Dead air.
I dropped my phone.
Dead air. All right. Chris can't find his shit. I got something in my eye.
It's anarchy.
The world is fucking ending.
The world is falling apart. It's become anarchy. I do have a good name your price. And hey, wait a second. Real quick.
Yep.
No, I didn't win.
Oh, I thought the Pope died.
Anybody got the Pope on the death pool?
I don't know.
He's pretty fucking old.
No deaths this week. It's pretty good.
No, there wasn't.
Oh, no one that anyone really knows.
I think
sure, someone died.
You consider it. What do you think if you were an actor? Let's say you're an actor that's been in 1 million movies, okay, and you've done 1 million guest stars on this, and you've been but there's a lot of them. I see this guy in 1 million movies, but I don't know his name. That type. Yeah. You think if you died and nobody talked about you, you'd be thinking, "Fuck, what did I work so hard for?" Everybody saw me in these movies, but nobody talks about me. I'm not even on a death pool.
I guess that was what was important to you, to be a celebrity and not just have a lot of money your whole life and be in movies and live a fucking pleasured life. Then I guess you could be mad, but you're dead, so what's the matter?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't believe in an afterlife, buddy, so I think when you're dead, so you don't get a thought.
Well, that's the heretic in you.
Yeah, I'm a fucking Satanist over here.
All right, I'm getting gross on this name your price. Just because I want to. I've been doing philosophical ones for the last couple of weeks, asking you to really think about stuff. This one doesn't take a whole lot of thought.
Are you sure? I feel like I fucked a bum like 2 weeks ago. Or like got a child molester out of jail or something. I don't know what philosophical shit's going on.
No, I think I've talked about real stuff like I did a cure cancer. No, I didn't.
I think you're just talking to some randoms.
I think it's because I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah, well,
fuck off.
They do tend to repeat themselves a lot, which you do. All right, go on. That's not the only spectrum.
No, but there's a T-shirt that says "Autistic Kids Rock" that I really want.
Yeah, tshirthell.com. They've had it for years.
Somebody owns it.
Probably Elon Musk.
All right, here's the deal. You get fired tomorrow. You're fired. You have no chance of getting your job back, and you did something that's so fucked up, nothing in the same line of work is going to hire you. Okay? You try doing the Uber thing, the delivering pizzas thing and all that, and you're paying some bills, but you're not paying them all. This guy said, "All right, look, here's the deal. I want you to go down with me to the old Greyhound bus station. There's like 10, 15 homeless people down there, really homeless.
Extra homeless.
Really homeless.
Stinky.
All you have to do, I've got a suitcase here with some money in it. I don't know how much money, but I want you to go down there. Because these people haven't had their teeth brushed in so long, I just want you to lick the front of their teeth. You start on one side, you lick forward, you lick backwards, and you do it to everybody there. There's 10 homeless people.
I think this was a would you rather, but now we're putting a price on it.
Yeah. Name your price to lick these people's teeth because they don't have toothbrushes. They don't have access to oral care. So you're just going to get some of the shit out of between their teeth and all that. You're just going to give it a couple licks. Oh. Lick homeless teeth. There's 10 people.
Lick homeless teeth.
Yeah. Name your price.
Well, first off, we punish Kane when he does bad things by making him do stuff, like clean the bathroom, stuff like that. We don't really take anything away or go around him. Figured that's not working, so we're doing this. He really hates it. So he did some bad stuff not that long ago, and Carmen told him if he does it again, his next punishment is going to be going down and helping the homeless people out. Feeding, working at a soup kitchen or something like that. It sounds nice. He flipped the fuck out. He's like, I am not going around homeless people. They stink. This little son of a bitch. What, you been hanging out with Chris? Like, what's going on here?
That doesn't mean that I'm a hater. If you get around homeless people, you'll find that they truly do stink. They haven't bathed in weeks.
I know some people that aren't homeless that stink, so I'm sure there's lots of homeless people that stink. But either way, it was funny and horrible at the same time. Where I'm like, all right, buddy, maybe we do got to go fucking work a soup kitchen so you can like have some respect for these people.
Yeah, I get it.
So obviously, I'm gonna have to have a follow up with that one.
I did it for years.
It's a good thing to do. She's done it before. I've never done it. I think her and Kane did it once before, and maybe Kane just doesn't remember, and that's why he has this attitude.
I did it for 4 straight years. I want to do it again. I want to take my kids down to do it with me again, and it's not to ease a burden on your fucking, make you feel better. It's truly the right thing to do. I mean, they need help, and what I would do is I would go down to this place that they delivered Thanksgiving meals to families. Instead of having you come there and eat, your family that needs it, they packed you up a turkey and some ham and all the sides and sent it over. And I loaded trucks. What I would do is I would just load all these trucks. And
that's something nice.
And I did it for like 6 hours, 7 hours sometimes. And I felt like I did something instead of just sitting around.
Now I do remember that they didn't end up going on that thing because they thought they were going to go do something like that. And then it turns out the person they were supposed to do it with was just going to make a bunch of food and then drive around downtown and randomly hand it out to homeless people, which is super weird. And they got flipped out about that, as did I, because I didn't want them driving around a car just going, here, homeless. Like,
that's kind of what it's like.
I got a turkey leg.
Although I know a girl that whenever she goes to eat, like she'll go to Subway or something, she'll buy an extra sandwich and she'll give it to the first homeless person.
Oh, super nice if you do shit like
Way
that.
Way nice.
Yeah.
She'll do it every time. If she's going to like a drive-thru or getting something, she goes to Starbucks, she'll grab 2 coffees and pull, hey, there's somebody need, a cup of coffee. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I would love to do stuff like that. Normally, it's not because I'm cheap or anything. It's just because I don't think about it.
No, for me, it's because I have other things I got to pay for because I have a family. But if I was a single fellow with no family at all, or a woman with no family at all, and I made decent money, and you don't do that, you're probably a horrible person. You should fucking do shit like that more often.
I give money. I give money when I see them.
You're not a single person without any kids.
No, I've got kids.
You're a single person, but
I mean,
I
don't get, here's $100. I don't do that, but I got a couple bucks in my pocket. I'll give it to somebody who looks like they need it. But
we've talked about our handy now. You try to justify it by treating them like shit. You give them $1 every once in a while.
It's not justifying it.
Anyways,
the homeless things are jokes.
Let's name my price.
Licking their teeth.
Front
and back, like one windshield wiper
fucking disgusting, man. How many homeless? Or is it amount of time? 10 homeless
5
dudes?
women, 5 guys, all varying in ages.
Oh, god damn. You're giving me $200,000.
Really?
Yeah, it's high. Dude, you can get some weird shit doing that.
$200,000.
Yes, $20,000 a person.
Wow, that's a lot for 2 licks. 1 lick, $10,000.
I don't know when I'm getting to the center of that Tootsie Pop, buddy. That might be the first roll when you got AIDS. You know what I mean? Like,
but you might be on a good. Oh god, I almost said something really fucked up, but. Oh my God, that would have made me the devil.
Well, you might get lucky and get white homeless people?
No, I was going to say you might got lucky and got a group of 10 who haven't eaten in a week. There's no food in there. That's a fucked up thing to say.
Yeah, but those are the kind that you would want to get for this contest because you don't want the soup kitchen ones. They live relatively healthy. They're just homeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the not brushing your teeth, you're going to get that fur. You know what I mean?
But the ones that go to the places to stay overnight and stay, they can brush their teeth at places like that, right?
You think they have like 10,000 toothbrushes sitting around because they're not reusing them?
No, but I think if you hang out on the corner, you can buy yourself a toothbrush after like 5 minutes of collecting change. Toothbrush ain't that expensive.
I think most of those people that collect change are either going to buy a beer or some food, not a toothbrush.
It's a good investment, guys.
It is.
It's a good investment. Buy a toothbrush if you can.
My number is a lot less than that.
I feel like you can get a toothbrush for free if you look. All right.
My number is a lot less than that. It's gross. It's going to bother me and haunt me for a while. But I'd lick teeth for $50,000.
I'd lick teeth for $50,000
because I think, first of all, you're a worse person than me in your assumption that you're going to get some kind of disease from these people. I don't think that.
I said it's a roll of the dice. You're probably not.
Smell bad.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get a disease, but that goes with licking a random 10 anyone. You know, it just I don't want fucking herpes. You know what I mean? Like it's. And not everybody that's homeless obviously
has herpes.
Is horrible people, but. There's a good portion of homeless people that are homeless because they're fucking just out there and crazy. And
do you think homeless people that live in these places where there's like, dozens of homeless people like under a bridge and stuff, you think they fuck?
Of course.
You do?
They're humans. Yeah, and they drink a lot. So I mean, you always want to fuck when you're drunk. So yeah,
Yeah.
I like how I assume they drink a lot. Like I just assume that all homeless people are drunk all the time, or on meth.
Meth is more expensive than a bottle of fucking
I don't think
Boone's
meth's
Farm.
super expensive.
More than Boone's Farm, $2.98 for a giant bottle.
Yeah, they're not drinking Boone's Farm, man. They're drinking like
Old English and shit.
vodka, shit like that.
I'm going 50 grand. It's going to bother me. It's going to be really gross, but I don't think there's anything that you can catch in somebody's mouth that there's not a cure for, with the exception of herpes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think herpes is the most common thing in somebody's mouth. I think you're going to get more like trench mouth or something fucked up like that.
Trench mouth.
Yeah.
That sounds like something a pirate would have.
No, trench mouth is almost like
Arr,
herpes. You
trench
get these
mouth.
sores in your mouth, but there's a medicine and they go away, and you don't keep them for the rest of your fucking life, like
that's nice.
luggage. Yeah, I'm going.
luggage.
I'm going 50 grand. So my cost is you're talking a total of 20 licks. Okay, 1 lick, 2 licks. Yours is 20,000 a lick. Mine's fucking 5,000.
Wow,
a
it's
lick.
10,000 a lick if you're going 1 lick, 2 licks. So
You lick from the left to the right and the right to the left. Left to the right on the top teeth. Hey, here's another good thing.
a lot of them don't have teeth.
A lot of them don't have teeth.
Yeah.
You're just licking air. You're licking air because I didn't say anything about having to lick gums.
But here's the thing: if you don't have teeth, like a lot of teeth, the teeth that you do have are not going to be good teeth. They're going to be extra bad teeth. All right, they're the ones that have somehow stuck around, but they got a lot of baggage themselves.
They got black stuff in
Yeah.
them, and you can see fucking
hair.
Yeah,
Like literally hair growing off a tooth.
I'm going 50 grand,
All right.
and you're 200. That's 200 grand. That's a lot of fucking money.
Hey, man, I got bills to pay, man.
I realized that.
Don't
but
worry
you could,
about
you
it.
could pay all your bills with 50 grand. You could pay all your bills with 10 grand.
All right, you got a fuck you this week by chance? I don't really have a fuck you.
You know what?
It's been a pretty...
No, I don't have a fuck you. I just had, fuck you, the music industry, but I've already been through all that.
Yeah, we fucked
And
them
I
last
think I'm
week.
going to stay mad about that for a long time.
I am. I'm with you.
Because I'm a concert
Well,
guy.
I don't
I'm
think
a
it's
music
gonna.
guy.
I don't think it's gonna change anytime soon.
No, I don't either.
I think we're gonna be getting fucked for a while.
But
on
you're
this.
only hearing about this from like 8 or 9 fucking bands. You know what I mean? And
well, because they're the first, and maybe they curve the other way because they don't want to be known with those bands. But they could curve the other way and still undercut them and still cost way too much money.
yeah.
And the reason you're hearing about it right now is because it's summer concert season booking time.
But look at your ticket prices because you wanted to see George Strait and
Oh my God,
Chris Stapleton.
Don't put this on me.
No, but I'm saying your wife wanted to see them, so
Okay,
you
there
were
you
looking
go.
at ticket prices.
Yes, I was.
They were crazy.
Well,
high.
no, George Strait deserves just as many fuck yous as Taylor
does.
Swift. I will give George Strait the thing that he only tours like once every 15 years or some shit like that.
Yeah, but
and that he's old as shit and will die soon.
He gets money off every one of his songs that
no,
plays on the
for
fucking
sure.
radio.
He's rich as fuck. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that Taylor Swift to me is just extra egregious because she's so young and because
too.
she can tour for so long.
And the thing that pisses me off so much about it is everybody paid these prices, and then it was what everybody talked about. And then the next day, I'm so pissed off at Ticketmaster. Fuck you, cunt. Their fees are going to be the fees. You're mad they charge 60 in fees
I mean,
instead
I'm pissed
of
off at
40.
Ticketmaster too, but it has nothing to do with your ticket
Yeah,
prices.
but what I'm saying is, she said, oh, they charge 60 in fees when it normally would be 40 in fees. You're arguing about that when you're charging $500 a ticket. You fucking
They must do
snake.
some kind of percentage, but either way, it does suck.
Yeah, bad.
Ticketmaster fucking blows, but Taylor Swift
And it is kind of a
is bad.
monopoly.
But kinda.
Yeah, but
It's 100%
monopolies
a
are
monopoly.
illegal in this country.
Not in America.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, you say they are, but they get passed all the time.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
they
a couple palms get greased, a couple politicians.
Can
go
you really
one way.
truly think of another monopoly in this country? A real monopoly. Amazon's not it. There's 1,000 places you can order goods and services.
Energy companies in every city for the most
Well,
part?
yeah, but there's always a secondary energy company you can go to.
Not really. Even then, you usually got to go through the original one, and then they get the bill back. There's a whole bunch of shit there, but
Monopolies are rare. There's some
They're
that
rare.
really appear to be a monopoly, but the Ticketmaster truly is a monopoly.
It truly is. It's because they have a contract with all the the clear channels of the world, all
Yeah.
the promoters. So,
Right.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah. Ugh.
Fuck them all.
Ugh. Don't worry, AOC's after him. She'll get him.
Oh, yeah, she'll get...
She'll get him.
Hey,
Yeah.
did want to bring up one more thing.
Yeah, go
And we
ahead.
talked about this last week, and I listened to it, and I've been literally watching all the news outlets, blah, blah, blah. And the very latest poll that came out, and they did this, it wasn't CNN, they showed it on, it wasn't Fox News or one of the obvious righties or lefties. It was one of the ones that kind of stays in the middle. But they said that now in the polls, Trump has quite a lead on DeSantis.
Yeah, that's going to flip-flop back and forth. Who knows?
But, I mean, this went from, 33 DeSantis, 29 Trump. The last one I heard was, 51 and 30.
Yeah, well, DeSantis has still got to get his media team together, man, and start pumping out their bullshit. And they're going to be able to point to Florida and show how successful Florida's been economically and politically for the Republicans, and how DeSantis has done that by doing everything his way down there. And they'll be able to explain to all the other dummies in the country how good that is. And I think he's going to win a lot of shit. And I think he's just going to make Trump look like an asshole every so often.
He is. But then Trump will bring up all the fucking...
But Trump's hilarious. So
all the fucking voting disasters that's happened in Florida. And let's face it, if you don't live in Florida, everyone else thinks you're nuts.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone outside of Florida thinks Florida's full of fucking crazy people, including myself.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's going to take a lot for you to sell me on Florida.
Florida's a bunch of nutcases.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to elections. Besides Arizona, Florida's the front runner for fucking election
I think
problems.
you look at them like that because you're willing to see a liberal point of view in certain things. I think a lot of conservatives do not see Florida as crazy. They see that as the motherland almost. Yeah. You know what I mean? Florida's the shit.
Jeb Bush down there for years. My God, Florida's nuts.
Florida's changing a lot, because as more of the Hispanics come, they're becoming more conservative because Hispanics are typically pretty conservative, especially the Cubans and shit.
Yeah. It's surprising how many Latino votes went to Trump. It's shocking.
Because he's the exact opposite in name of a communist, but at the same time, he's no better than anything. I don't know. It's fucking annoying.
Well, the other day, my son and I were talking about this shit. We heard that Biden literally wants to. Now, there's truths and non-truths to the story. It's never like this, but that Biden wants to give citizenship to every illegal alien that comes from the south border, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. My son asked me, Dad, who's going to be our next president? I said, I don't know, son. I really don't know. He goes, well, who's the best? I said, none of them. Mm-hmm. None of them. I don't like DeSantis. I don't like Trump. And I don't like Biden. We're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We don't have a good person running.
No, and I don't think anyone's coming up through the Democratic side to challenge Biden that would be worth a shit. Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, we're totally fucked. So, you might as well just face it. Until 28, we're fucked.
Yeah, and even then, who knows? They'll find another way to fuck us.
They will. But, I mean, my God, somebody's got to step up.
Because I think if DeSantis doesn't win this year, I think at 28, he's, going to be just as powerful. So, unless he
does something fucked up in that time.
Dick in his mouth in between now and then.
Because I was a little shocked when they said that the polls are turning towards Trump. I was agreeing with you. I thought that the Trump thing was a novelty that's worn off finally, and that he wasn't going to get any backing, but it's not the case.
No, in his own party, he's still loved by the majority, probably.
And not only that, every single fucking week, Biden gives that side ammo.
Well, of course, but they're not choosing between Biden and Trump. They're choosing between DeSantis and Trump.
Right.
So that's, Biden really has nothing to do with any of it. I guess Biden can make Trump look like a good president to people that don't pay attention to the total picture because they see the country is fucking seeming to get worse under him, but they don't see that it started under Trump and is just continuing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't look at the total picture, then you can go, oh, well, it was better under Trump, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's hard to say it wasn't unless you're just talking about his mean tweets, and the way people talk to each other. But at the same time, it wasn't wasn't making it better. It was just better. Our shit's been on a downturn for a while.
Yeah, it has.
All right, that's it this week. That's all I gotta say, man.
Me too. It was a pre-Thanksgiving show. Maybe next week we might have Kyle Jones on to talk about football. Vern, turn in for that one. You fuck.
Yeah, you cunt.
Write us in, people. Go to our our YouTube channel and fucking like us. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Do all that shit.
Do all that stuff. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You listen every week, hit that subscribe button. If you're not hitting that subscribe button and you're listening or watching, you're a fucking peckerhead.
And a little message to everybody I'm working with tonight. I don't have any underwear on.
Ooh, you smelling balls. All right, guys.
Oh, no.
Till next week, go fuck yourself.